avoid it. You know, it's something that the very first muralists were the very first people.
So as I take you around the district and show you some of the work that's here and tell you a little bit about it, not only will you be seeing some very interesting art, but also mural by mural by mural, you are going to get to know us as a community because you will be seeing what those issues are that are most important to us. We remain a Latino neighborhood. The population of this neighborhood right now, today, is about 65% Latino. So of course, many of the murals in this part of San Francisco are reflections of Latino cultures. Many of our children continue doing it as they grow. Certainly our teenagers here are doing wonderful mural work, and adults paint them too. Now that could be adults like us here at Presida Eyes. We're all artists here. We've actually trained our whole lives to do this kind of work. But you don't have to have that background. It's often someone who never seriously picked up a paintbrush before. But it's a very interesting kind of community expression. That sense of drama, of bringing drama into the mural, is something that has inspired many artists to try similar things. And this is Balmy Alley. The alley itself is very small. Balmy Alley is just 1 block long, and it's so small it's not even a public street. It's privately owned. But Little Balmy Alley, here in the heart of the Mission District, is famous throughout the world because it is filled with murals. In 1 block, we have approximately 40 individual murals. This is the oldest mural that still survives in Balmy Alley from 1972, painted 41 years ago by Irene Perez, who still paints murals here. The mural below it is a lot newer. That was actually done about 10 years ago by a young artist named Garth Villera. But in this alley environment, traditionally, artists have had a lot of freedom to speak out, and we have taken advantage of that. As you're going to see, a lot of the murals in Balmy Alley are very political. These are murals that have issues, and they want us to pay attention to them. That is a mural about Nicaragua. There had been a revolution in that country. That's what we're looking at in the mural. Right in the center, there's a corn plant that divides the mural into 2 very different scenes. The crown on top of the corn symbolizes Nicaragua. And then as we look to the left of the corn, it's a very dark and unhappy scene showing us just how bad conditions were and what it was that made these people rise up and resist. But when we look to the right of the corn, we can immediately see that everything has changed because even the colors have changed. From being dark and somber, they become light and cheerful. This one is about El Salvador, specifically about the work that people are doing as they rebuild and reestablish themselves as a nation. That is the symbolism of the 2 big hands. Those cutouts were inspired by milagros. But one of these milagros is very special to me. But look closely, because that heart is also 2 buckets of paint, and it is surrounded by paintbrushes. Because this milagro was really intended as a thank you to all of us who paint murals in Balmy Alley. So this one has its own name. We call it the Bal Milagro. We work year-round now. We never stop. We're doing public commissions, private commissions, solo pieces, vanity pieces, educational murals. And in addition to all that work, we might do another 20 or 30 murals that follow this model, which is that we would typically send just 1 artist. Sometimes it's a team of 2, but most of the time it's just 1 artist. And that artist's responsibility is to teach and share all of the skills that we have so that this community can paint its own mural. And the artist will work alongside them throughout the project too, just to make sure they don't run into any problems. sure they have all the supplies they're going to need, make sure the mural does get completed on time. And maybe most important of all, the artist is also there to see that everyone has a good time doing it.
Oh, it's such an ancient art form. People have always done it.
They're just moved to do it because something is very important to them. And that is our custom in this neighborhood.